Hi, I'm Carrie Blazer. On this channel, I explore psychology, trauma healing, and the divine feminine. Please check out my free ebook below if you'd like to go deeper. Now let's get to the clip. So let's get on to epigenetics. And epi means before genetics, signifying what happens before our genetics are triggered. It teaches that less than 1% of our mental and physical diseases come from our genetics. The field is the sole governing agency of the particle, and Dr. Bruce Lipton has a great example of how that functions today.
Whatever picture you hold in your mind, the brain releases complementary chemistry that matches that picture, and it releases it into the body, and the chemistry of the blood is what controls the genes and the behavior. Children, when adopted into a family where there's cancer running in that family, the adopted child will get the same family cancer. But the point, the adopted child has totally different genetics. What was the point? It was being adopted into a family where the programming of that child is what caused the cancer. It's consciousness who releases the chemistry to the environment that controls the genes. And you can change your consciousness, and you can change your environment. And all of a sudden I said, oh my God, we were programmed to be victims. It turns out we are masters of our genetic activity. And this is the new science called epigenetics.
So Dr. Bruce Lipton is the one that taught me the field is the sole governing agency of a particle. I had joined a spiritual group, and he's friends with the leader of that group. So he came on a small, 20-person call and went over this. I'm like, oh, that's so helpful. I think that was in January of this year. And so learning all that from him, because he's done so much work on epigenetics, and he also went over how our cells in our body have receptors for our own energy, not someone else's energy, but our own energy. And my receptors are different than your receptors, which are different from your mom's receptors, from your best friend's receptors, from your child's receptors. All of our receptors are different. They're all because all of our energy bodies are different. It's amazing. Okay. Family medicine. We're about to get into Dr. Gabor Mate. And so, like Dr. Bruce Lipton was saying, that children who are adopted into families most often pick up the cancer from that family and not based on their own genetics, showing how important it is to take care of our energy fields, our souls, our energy bodies, and turn those wounds into wisdom, because when we have wounds, that will be mirrored inside of our bodies. You know, when I have a lot of shame, guilt, and fear, I almost died when I was 30 because I didn't take care of myself after my second child was born. I got bacterial pneumonia, became septic, and spent 2 weeks on a ventilator in ICU. I did not take care of myself. So this is what Dr. Gabor Mate would say about that. When people do not know how to say no to others in order to prioritize their own physiological needs, the body will say no for them in the form of disease, such as cancer. So my body said no for me in the form of bacterial sepsis and 2 weeks on a ventilator when my second child was 5 weeks old and my older child was 2.5. And my daughter took on a primal wound because of that, and so did my son. Mom's dead. I mean, how does an infant, when mom is nursing you, is just all of a sudden gone? And they're, and we live in the moment. Please, can you guys please mute yourselves? Let me see. So when I didn't care for myself, when I didn't engage in this love hierarchy, which is the second lesson in my free ebook, I was not taking care of myself and my children. I had prioritized money, that's the masculine lane, before the feminine lane, which is healing from giving birth and nursing my daughter in January. And I almost lost my life for it because I did not care for myself properly, did not engage in a healthy diet, did not plan ahead financially so I could stay at home to nurse my daughter, which was most important, and take care of myself. So, yeah, I had to learn my lessons the hard way, just like everybody else does. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more conversations about psychology, healing, and the divine feminine, and pick up a free copy of my ebook below. Take care.